Hello, welcome back to Hustle Tiny. Today's episode, we're gonna be talking about 2023. So, I asked you guys what you learned in 2023, what you feel was your biggest takeaway of that year, and today it's all about that. So, all I'm gonna be doing today is reading your responses, reacting to your responses, and yeah, let's get going. So, if you feel like my energy is kind of low today, it's actually because it is. I feel like I'm catching a flu and I really hate it here. So, I've been sneezing. Like, it's taken me a while to actually set up this video because I've been sneezing the whole morning, and it's just over here. Like, I really hate being sick. But because I made a commitment to try and be more consistent with producing videos and just putting it out there, I just said, let me just come here and do it. Okay, so I'm sorry if my energy levels are low. I'm sorry also if we get interrupted because I need to sneeze or something like that. My nose is blocked. Like I said, it's you over here. So yeah, let's get into the video. Let's get started. I hope you're excited to be here as I am. And let's start in this way. We're gonna go to your Instagram responses, then we're going to go to your X responses. Then I'm gonna share with you some little conversation that I had with some friends just a couple of days ago before coming to this video. So yeah, let's have a look at what you learned in 2023. What were your biggest takeaways, and let's go from there. Starting with Instagram, you guys said that. So my question that I posed on Instagram was, in 2023 you learned that ... The first person said, a paycheck cannot buy my happiness. I feel like that's true. Like, you guys, your views are really on point. You cannot get happiness just because you have money. I mean, it eliminates a lot of the problems in life, but something, specifically a paycheck, if you're living, working for someone else, and this is your 1000% dependency, it's not going to make you happy because you're not truly free. You're not really free to do the things that you like and love. You are, how to say this, your true self has to be muted just because you have to follow a certain set of rules in order to get that paycheck. You get it? That's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is, if you're chasing money and you think money is the end all be all, at some point you're going to realize that it's really not. Because okay, now you have the money, and then what? Like, you need a community, you need love, you need peace. Actually, I should have said that. You need peace of mind, peace of your environment, peace of everything is really, really important. So at the end of the day, I think this was really, really quite a deep lesson, something to think about. There's a lot of you who are out there, and possibly also joined you possibly also joined this channel because you want to learn how to get the bag. Getting the bag is good, but just keep in mind that that's not the end all be all. Okay, then your next response was, expectations make the heart sick. Trust, but don't be too trusting. This is an interesting one. So I feel like this is relational. This is about how you relate with other people. Like, sometimes some people give their heart away very quickly, very easily, because you think that the intentions of the other person are as pure as yours, and most of the time you get disappointed because you're feeling like, I'm giving my 100%, I'm giving my all, I'm coming into this genuinely, and this other person turns out to be, like, they don't care. They're probably sociopaths. They just don't care about your feelings. They don't care about what kind of relationship you guys agreed to have, and they're just living their own life. So it's kind of like, what I responded to this was, human beings are something else, and it's true, because it's really sad that we have a lot of good people out there, and for every good person I think we have one or two bad people, so it's not really balanced. And many times if you're a really good person, this is what the bad people are attracted to, because they suck off your energy, right? So don't have expectations of people. Like, go into it with a blank slate. This is my advice. Go into it with a blank slate. Like, just let them reveal who they are to you, instead of thinking or painting a picture of who you expect them to be, or who you want them to be, or who they are telling you that they are. So just watch, I think, observe their actions, observe their character over time. So don't just take it at face value. If someone tells you, I don't like to lie, so why are they telling you that? Like, why was this the first thing that came out of their mouth? Like, for me, this would give me pause. Like, why are you just telling me this out of nowhere? It means there's something you're covering up for, right? So watch out for the true test of character is time, because people can only wear a mask for so long. So just do that. Like, don't have any expectation. It doesn't matter what they tell you. It doesn't matter what they tell their friends to tell you. It really doesn't matter. What matters is what they show you at the end of the day, right? All right. The next person says they learned to continue being selfish and to stand on business with everyone that tries them. And I said, I'm taking this for myself, because if you don't stand on business, like if, for example, you are dealing with people and they need to pay your money back to you, as an example, and they refuse to pay their money that they owe you, you know, they had so much energy when they were coming to you asking you for the money, but then when it comes to paying you back, it's like, you know, but Kate will understand, but so and so will understand. We don't really need to do it. They think you're understanding because you don't stand on business. They think, you know, this meme that goes around of the understanding girlfriend. This is it right here. This is it. Like, if someone committed to do something for you, right? Or if someone committed to be a certain way, and then they just don't live up to that expectation that they set, or that you set, that, okay, if you want to interact with me in a certain way or on a certain level, you have to come correct. And they take your words as, you know, it's just a suggestion. We can do what we want here. You can be like, hey, under my leadership, we don't do that here, right? We don't do that here. And you don't even have to say it. To be honest, you don't have to say it. Let your actions speak louder than anything else. So if someone tries you, and maybe you feel like, let me just tell them this one time that, okay, what you did wasn't right. Okay, and you end it there. And then they try you again. So it's a choice right now, if you want to let them continue trying you, or if you want them to learn that, you know, that doesn't happen under your leadership, right? So standing on business, I think I want all the ladies and gentlemen watching this to take this into the next year. Stand on business. We don't do that here. That's my favorite gif, actually. We don't do that here. Okay, what's the next one? It says nothing is permanent. I kind of disagree, because one thing that is permanent is change. So sometimes we're expecting, sorry, you need to take a sip of water. Sometimes we're expecting that things are gonna stay the same, but they really don't. You don't even stay the same. You're not the same person that you were 5-10 years ago, even a whole year ago, because this is why you're counting your lessons. Your lessons are teaching you to evolve, to be another person, be a different person, be a better person, whatever the case might be. So nothing is permanent. I add to that except change. So change is the only thing that is actually guaranteed. Change and death. So if someone is staying the same, I don't think they should even be in your radar, because imagine that you are dating someone, as an example. You are dating someone, you met them 10 years ago, and they are the exact same person that you met 10 years ago, which means They don't have ambition. They're not growing. Nothing is changing. They're not learning anything new. I don't think anyone would like that. I personally wouldn't. So, yeah. That's it for the nothing is permanent one. The other one says, no one owes you shit. Not even family and most trusted friends. Yep. I have to agree. Like, even if you feel like you were there for these people and you gave these people your all and whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody owes you a damn thing. People only do what they want to do, and you have to understand that. So it's up to you to decide based on what they're doing, whether you want to continue the relationship or interaction with them or not. Okay? Right, and I go to my other place. This one says, God will remove you in spaces or situations that will hurt you in the long run. It may not make sense now, but it will. I feel like this is really deeply true. I've experienced this a couple of times where I felt like I really wanted to hold on to something, and this would be, think, a work situation where I was like, I really didn't want to change that. I really wanted to say, because it was safe, it was comfortable, it was, and God was really like, we don't do that. I think it was, some years ago when I was in a different country and I really wanted to stay in that position, and God was really like, no. You have to elevate. But before the elevation, there was a period of like a month or two of uncertainty. And this happens a lot. So we feel like God is taking us out of a comfort zone, whether that comfort zone is a relationship or a job or whatever the case might be. And we really want him to be like, okay, here's the next thing. Like, just, you don't have to go from here to zero. You're just going to go to the next level. And it usually doesn't work like that. It's usually like he takes you from that place of comfort into a place of you really don't know what the heck is going on. And then when the good thing finally comes, it's like, oh, wow, I never saw this coming. But you're not supposed to see it coming. Do you know that? You're not supposed to see it coming. So I feel like you should be able to trust your maker in those times of uncertainty, in the times where it looks like nothing is going as planned, because you don't have the bigger plan. You don't have the blueprint. You don't have the vision. You just have to trust the process, okay? The process knows you're trusting it. Trust me, okay? All right. Next one is someone said that you can't be mine again. Sorry, I was never yours. Respectfully, I don't even know who you are. The next one says, opportunities, just like people, come and go. None of it is worth your soul. Yeah, I just want us to take a minute and think about that. I'll repeat it. Opportunities, just like people, come and go. And none of it is worth your soul. I think this is true. I don't even know what we need to discuss over here, because some people, some people get really tempted to do a lot of unsavory things to keep people or to keep opportunities that they think they wouldn't otherwise have. And at the end of the day, all the things that you're doing, is it really worth it? Like, we usually see on socials, people talking about doing love spells, doing blood rituals for relationships to keep someone. And if you have to do all of that, is it really worth it? Like, you have to force someone to love you. Do you really want that? It's mind-boggling, actually, and I don't even want to go into the details of what could happen to you if you did things like that. But the same also applies to opportunities. Like, sometimes I feel like if I don't compromise my integrity or compromise the person that I am in order to get and keep this job, this study opportunity, this travel opportunity, this whatever, then you feel like it's never going to land on your lap again. And this is how the universe works. If you don't believe like you are worthy of receiving the things that you want to receive, the things that you desire, guess what? It's not going to come to you. It's going to go to the person who thinks and believes that, hey, I deserve this, I deserve that, I deserve, and they're asking with audacity. They're like, so tomorrow I want $10,000 in my account. So make this happen. And then there's you who's like, oh my God, there's $100. I need to cling to it. Actually, I will not spend it. I will not touch it. I will not do anything with it because, oh my God, what if it runs away and I'll never see another $100 again? That is the lack mentality. And honestly, I'm going to have a longer video about manifesting, especially manifesting money, opportunities, and all of that. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see that video, because I feel like it's really important how to manifest, okay? A lot of what is blocking you is your mindset. Okay, next, let me just go into the next one. Someone said, nisiweke football kwa lungs. Yeah, this is hard. This is hard even for me. Like, I've been wanting to slap the referee. I'm angry at the players, especially in the World Cup. I'm usually the one that's like, why couldn't you just score? So football is in my lungs, and if you have found out how to not keep it in your lungs, let me know. But yeah, and that, I think that's the reason why I stick to teams that are winning, so that I don't get to coronary every single time that they fail, because I know like the next time they're gonna win. Get it? Someone else said nothing is beyond your reach, and I feel like this comes back to the manifestation thing that we're talking about. Like, if you're able to believe deep in your heart that anything is possible, you're gonna get the impossible. Truly speaking, okay? People are gonna look at your life and wonder, like, how did she do it? How did he do it? Why did they have to go through all this long, arduous processes that everybody else had to do? Why are they so lucky? Yeah, I'm gonna teach you the secrets to that, okay? Someone else said, never think something could never happen to you. Life is 360. I have to agree with that. I really do. Like, have you ever been sitting somewhere and people are telling their stories and you're like, that could never be me. My man would never. My woman would never. I have a plan for every scenario and that could never happen to me. Well, listen. Like, when the universe wants to teach you that nevering people are always, you know, I say, when you say the man could never and then he's out there nevering, don't ever say that. Like, don't ever speak on behalf of the universe. Don't speak on behalf of another person saying that this could never be me, that my man, my woman could never, because trust me, it's like, you know, in the movies, when you're watching a movie and they're like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, why would you even say that? Why would you let that come out of your mouth? What's the worst that could happen? Guess what? It's about to show you. They're about to show you what could happen. Okay. What was the last one here is Rashford can't take us to promised land. I have to agree with that one as well. Like, just give up, okay? If you're supporting Rashford, then change teams or something. Okay, all right, then let's go to the next part where this video is already really long. Let's go to the next part where I was having a conversation with my friends, and one of them spoke about how they learned to prioritize themselves in this year, and they learned that for example, other people's emergencies are not your emergency. And when people are telling you about their emergency, they have prioritized themselves. So you also need to prioritize yourself. if you're thinking, if I help this person, I would have overstretched myself. And I'm not even just talking about money. I'm talking about your time. I'm talking about your advice. I'm talking about people calling you and they just want to trauma or emotional dump on you. And maybe you're just not in that space. They're doing that because they think my problem is more important at this present moment for me. And you have the choice in that present moment to think, well, I have a shit ton of work to do. I have a lot of projects to catch up on, and I really don't have the space. Or I have things going on in my life as well right now that need my emotional capacity, and I can't listen to you as much as I like you as a friend. I love you as a friend, but can we have this conversation later? The same goes for your free time. So if you're having a a weekend or a holiday, vacation or whatever, and someone is looking at you and thinking, oh crap, that's an insect. And someone is looking at you and thinking, oh god, I'm so scared of insects. Ah! Help me. Where did I come from? Okay. Yeah, I'll say, if someone is looking at you and thinking that since you're on a weekend or on a holiday, then you have time for me, you have time to see me, you have time to attend my thing. It's not necessarily that way, and it doesn't necessarily have to be that way, because your free time is for you, okay? And you get to choose how to spend it. It's not free time for Beth, Mary, Joseph, whoever. It's up to you to decide if you want to have that time for them. But your free time, your extra money, your extra anything doesn't equate to you having time or resources for the other person. Doesn't mean if I say it is a weekend and I want to be at home, it doesn't mean that you can invite me out or I would want to go out. It doesn't mean that you can invite yourself over. It doesn't mean that I'm free for you to call if I say that I've finished work. It doesn't mean necessarily that I'm available for a call. It doesn't mean any of that thing. Let's stop being entitled. Let us stop being so entitled to people's time, money, resources, energy, everything. In fact, before you call someone and try to start ranting and explaining all your problems to them, please just ask them beforehand, are you in a space to listen to me? Are you able to emotionally take this load? Because you're there crying 24/7 about your stupid boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And maybe this person just doesn't have the space to do that, and you're just interrupting their day. Like, let's be considerate of other people, okay? Yeah, I think that's it. For myself, I haven't really reflected on the year, to be honest. Like I said before so many times, my year doesn't really start in January, so maybe I'll do another video when I do reflect. And yeah, thank you so much for joining, guys. I think I'm gonna take a nap after this. I'm really feeling sick. Thank you for those who watched. Thank you for joining, and see you in the next one. Bye.